Hey guys, here we are again, back at the syndicate, Hasse fen. Loving life. But I am short of time, so I thought I'd flick the camera on quickly and give you a quick update. You can see, look, obviously I've got crap everywhere. I've just about got the house up, all the rods clipped up. I haven't even got rigs on them yet, but I have dropped about 4.5 kilo out there over 3 rods. So bait done, house is now up. Now it's time to get rigs on. Could get a bag on one of the rods and have a tidy up, and hopefully we'll get a bit of live recording tonight just before dark. So I'm a bit rushed for time. I did allow a bit more time this week, but poor little old guy just up there, I don't know if you can make out his buggy. Zoom in. Just there near the buoy. He had a take and it snagged him up, as quite a few of the fish do here. So he went and got the boat and he actually fell out the boat. So I went down and helped him for an hour, sort of thing. It took him a long while. We were struggling, he was tired, and he's such a nice guy. He was one of the guys who in fact showed me a map of the place when I was first walking around, all the bars and plateaus and that, and I really appreciated that, because without that I may not have got on the fish as I did last week. But anyway, so I thought I'd help him, and he eventually got the low 20 in after about 40 minutes out in the boat. And bless his little heart, he was soaked. He fell right in the, the lake, and it's cold and it was weedy. And but anyway, I was there. It's always nice to have someone on standby. So I lost about an hour and a half there. So I'm a bit rushed for time. So I'm going to stop babbling on now. I'm going to crack on, get the 3 rods out, get the rigs on, and hopefully we'll get a bit of live recording tonight. See you soon. Well, I managed to get the rods in, 3 casts, 1 for each rod, all bang on the money. I'm going to safely say right now, I will leave, if they don't get picked up by a swan or a coot or nothing, I will leave all 3 of them rods until I go home in 38 hours time. And that is the fact. They all went out there 100% perfect, and I'm fishing. So it took a long while to get everything sorted. I know it looks quite light on the camera. My camera keeps doing this, which is a good thing. But it's actually about 15 minutes away from dark. So I thought I'd let you guys join me at home and see what the lake's looking like in the last 15 minutes of dusk. And it feels pretty good. It's nice to know I got the bait in an hour and a half ago, as soon as I got here. Well, after I sorted old matey out in the boat. Which, by the way, he's just packed up and gone home. He was meant to be here till tomorrow. He did say to me he feels like just going home, and he did. He just literally packed up and went home, bless him. Real lovely old man. Like I say, that really took it out of him. It really did take it out of him in the old boat and falling in. Bless him. I felt so sorry for him. I've got so much respect for me elderly, and that's just always the way I've been in life. But anyway, so there's still a pile of crap behind me. Absolutely laying all up and down the bank. My bivvy looks like crap. But the main thing is, bait is out, traps are set, and you guys get an early evening update or late evening update and get to enjoy what I'm seeing right now, which is beautiful, by the way. And actually I can actually see better through the camera than I can through my own eyes right now. So I guess it was pretty lucky getting all 3 rods out first time. So happy days on that one. If you can see just in the left hand corner there, I've got another Delkim alarm, which is a spare alarm, and that is in case, because I'm fishing my lines pretty tight here, because you're getting there's a lot of weed beds out there. Just in case that left hand rod that's shot over to the corner there near the island towards that way, which you can see the island there bowing right out. I've got a tight line, just in case the fish decides to run through my line. I can then pick that left hand rod up and move it over a couple of metres, and hopefully still land the fish without wiping lines out and getting tangled up and stuff or whatnot. But I'm going to let you sit and enjoy for 5 minutes while I sort of spruce the pace up a little bit. As I mentioned, there's hooks everywhere, there's rigs everywhere. Yeah, I ain't even set the net up. I better just quickly do that actually. I literally just put the last rod in about 60 seconds ago, so I better just do the net quickly. Going to continue to set things up down there just in case, get the retainer and the mat set up. Look what I brought with me this week. 2 retainers. I won't be getting caught short again. Although I can't imagine the action being that frantic again. But you do never know. You get things right, you get things right. So yeah, 2 retainers, 2 nets, all set up from the get-go. No mistakes made. Get the second net up just to make sure. Right, time to get the bivvy clean now. What an absolute tip. See me just throw a rock in down there in the edge just so I can comfortably push the fish out in the retainer if I should get one in the dark. It's good to be prepared in carp fishing. And you don't have to flap about at night in the dark and run around like a headless chicken. You just know exactly what you need to do and make things much more enjoyable on the bank. Starving hungry. I think I can get the barbecue on. I'm going to have the first barbecue of the year. Got a barbecue both days this week. So happy days on that one. Can't wait to light that barbie. I haven't even had one at home yet. Oh, sorry guys. You can see we're losing the light pretty damn fast now. So I better get the bobbins on. Scales and bucket. Finally get them down there and everything should be sorted. Right, well, that finally wraps you guys up. I told you it's drawing in pretty damn fast, but it's all sorted. I shall give you an early morning update hopefully, and let you know how we get on. I'll see you in a bit. Well, it's just about 6:30 on the first morning now, and things are looking good, apart from that lad just putting a rod on the back of my spot after seeing me have a fish. But yeah, other than that, things are looking good. I've just got both rods back out. I've had 2 bites, and I didn't redo one of the rods. I just left it out last night. I was so tired, so I thought I'd just catch up and just left the fish to 2 rods. And another rod went this morning, so the first run come at 1:30 this morning in pitch black, and it was really dark, no moon out or whatnot, and that was a low 20 leathery looking carp with a real big mouth and tail, lovely looking fish. And then about 20 minutes ago, I think it was about 6:05, the middle rod ripped off. I had about 16 or 17 pound little scaly one. So happy days, still action in it. Couple of babies, well, low 20 was nice, but it'd be nice if we get into 1 or 2 of the bigger girls today. This lake does a lot of day bites, so it's looking promising. It's a beautiful morning. It's going to be beautiful all day today. Different contrast from last week where it was raining non-stop and I was bivvy bound, and it was wet and slippery and everything and whatnot, 'cause it's quite clayey over here. So I get to enjoy the fruits of spring this session. It's going to be stunning. It's going to be 21 degrees, which is just right for the carp fishing in the depths that I'm fishing in. You start going over 24s, 25s, the fish just generally don't want to feed. But 20, 21, 22 this time of year in May is good enough. Good enough for me. I'll catch a bit of sun myself. So I've seen a few fish top. I've seen a couple of big fish top actually, where I met a young lad from, I forget where he said he was from now, but basically over where see the swans are with the cygnets, basically 30 yards behind them, exactly behind them from this view, I've probably seen 5 or 6 good fish actually. I think every fish was pretty much a 30. So they're definitely chowing down on a bit of old bait. I know old matey who was in there uses a really good bait. I'm not going to mention and expose what bait he's using because that's up to him, not me. But I know it's good and I've used it previously. And the fish are bang on it, so anyway, back to my spots out there. Let me zoom back out. As I was saying, it's 2 fish, 2 separate rods. Middle and right hand rod are gone. The rod on the island looks promising. I've just seen where the island's got so shallow there, where near the swans, it's about 2 foot deep. I've just seen a big fish come vortex and through, like literally back out, tail slapping. It was obviously a big 30, too deep to get through. Underestimated how shallow the water was. So it looks promising. I haven't got a rod a million miles away from there. So loving it. I'm a bit achy today. I've done a hard day's work yesterday. Got a lot of work done before I got down. I didn't get down till late. Work comes first. Well, sometimes, at least. And then play after. But my arms are pretty tired. Especially from all the spomming out. I did just put a lot of bait in yesterday. I've had 2 fish off them spots now, but I'm still not going to top it up. I'll fish them 2 spots out, and I'll continually fish them out until about 4 o'clock this afternoon, and then I will reload the pegs once bite time's finished, ready for tomorrow morning and this evening. But I'm going to turn the camera off anyway and save a bit of battery, and we're going to get a bit of footage later. Hopefully we'll get a live recording run, and maybe bank a 30, who knows. For now though, I'll see you soon. sorted. That's that rod back out on the spot now. So we're going to sort that fish out and have a little butch and see what she goes. So here we are. Just hoisted that lovely 20 out. Well, I assume she's a 20. And she has just battered the camera a little bit actually, hold on. There, should have it. And looks a nice fish. Definitely knew it as the biggest fish so far. Put up a really good scrap. Oh. Liner. Right, it's actually a pike in the edge, I think. So I'm going to give her a quick weigh and see where she goes. We'll have a quick look at her. Just over the 28 mark. I thought she'd be about mid to upper 20. I was right. Proper little unit this. Well, I say little, a nice big unit. And definitely welcome, especially after that little 15 to 16 pounder I had this morning. Proper unit. Big tail. Lovely, nice colour to it. Male fish, just milked on the mat a little bit. That's the first signs of that so far. Real big fins this fish. Properly muscle packed. Properly muscle packed this fish. Don't look like it's got any fat on it really. It's all ripping muscle. Let the fish calm down a minute. Oh, it's a lovely fish. Keep her low until she's ready. Get a bit of water in her when she calms down, or he calms down, should I say. Been in a retainer now for close to half an hour, so he's got lots of energy, which is nice to see. After an epic battle. Still got lots of energy. Right, we're going to try and get him up, if he behaves, and have a look at this stunning 28 pounder. Oh, he's really tensing up. Come on, let it go. Let it go, mate. Let it go. Bloody flies in my ear. And there you go. Beautiful, deep, muscle-packed Hasse fen male. Stunning. Look at the size of that tail. No wonder it felt a big fish. Got the shoulders as well. Nice set of shoulders on in this fish. Oh, really made up with this. I was thinking, am I going to get into one of the bigger fish this session? And it's all coming together again, isn't it? So it's still early, it's only 9:30 in the morning, still got all day today, tonight and all day tomorrow. So yeah, what a beautiful, beautiful male fish. You've done me proud, mate. Thank you very much. Mwah. Right, I'm going to get a few still pics and I'm going to slip him straight back because it is a warm day today. It's going to be about 24 today. So yeah, happy days on this one, and I'll speak to you soon. Oh, the barbie's finally lit. Ended up passing out for half an hour. So a bit of a late light for the barbie. It's coming on 8:45 now. Everything's nice and cosy in there. Got a load more food to stick on here. Can't beat it. Night out by the lake. This is the last night now, so I've done last night and today. I'm going to do tonight and I'll be off. So I lost a good fish earlier. The reason why I haven't spoke is because I was a bit depressed. I lost a good fish earlier, I've seen it as well. I got it all the way in after it taking me through 2 weed beds. Is that a mouse that just ran in there? I've had 2 mice in my bivvy all day, little swines. But yeah, so I've seen it, I've got it all the way back in, and probably got it about 4 wraps out. And yeah, hook pull, no reason. Hook was perfectly sharp. So yeah, just one of them unfortunate things. It was a good fish, I've seen it as well. It's definitely, I know my stuff when it comes to big girls, and I can guarantee it was bigger than 35 £. It was huge. I've seen the shoulders on it, I've seen the width on it, I've seen the length. It was a big mirror. So it's definitely the one that got away, and that was definitely the one I was waiting for. There you go, just got to move on. It's not as painful now. So I've got the traps reset. I've got a bit of bait in this afternoon, about 4:15. I wound both the rods in and put a lot of bait in. Probably put about 18 spoms, 18 to 25 spoms over the 2 rods. Full up. So I'm just topping it up with a load more bait. There's still probably a bit of bait out there, crumb and stuff and other whatnot, bits of hemp and stuff. So yeah, looking good on a high note, but on a down note, probably lost the biggest fish would have hooked for a long time. Here's my 3rd rod down here. So I decided to give the island a miss. Doesn't seem to be doing any bites, and I think you get bad line though. So I've decided to skip it altogether and have a couple of rods out there long, which are them bad boys. I've decided, just to means I've got this whole little bank, little corner to myself. I've been leading out this afternoon about 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock time. I found a nice spot out there, and it's just in front of a weed bed. So I'm baiting up like the 2 foot close to the weed bed, then I'm dropping my rig 2 foot from the weed bed. It's a lovely little spot out there. It's nestled right in the middle of a load of little Canadian sprouts, and it's pretty much got weed right the way around the spot. It's all secured, so hopefully the fish will feel safe, and hopefully it'll do me a big gal. So there's the lonesome rod. Just trying to find a 3rd spot that consistently does bites. I found 2. It's time to do a 3rd now. What can I say about both these rods? They went out perfect. Just got to wait and see now. Traps are set. Hopefully I'll get one more chance at a big fish. I do feel like I've kind of blown it, to be fair. Maybe I might have been bullying it a little too much. I don't think I was, but you always start to question, don't you? Oh. Just a liner, was it? Yeah, just a little liner. There we go. Right, I'm going to pop back up here. Wait for this to burn out. I'm going to have a cup of tea now. Get this baby rolling. Oh, it don't look too good. I better master it and get it going. Right, from me and the lovely barbecue and the 3 rods. Night night. I'll see you in the morning. You joined me here on the last morning, and I've got my biggest fish of the session, and it's a right corker. It's 5:30 in the morning. It's set to be a really hot day today, around the 24-25 mark again. So this bite's very welcome. Sure the fish will shut up shop again soon. Ah, oh, that's a nice chunk. I'm going to give her a good weigh. She looks a right unit. Oh yeah. Yeah, 33.5 around about, give or take an ounce or so. Wow, what a stunner. Well, that was a good 30. So I had this fish just on daybreak this morning, and it's a right unit. And after losing that big fish yesterday, this has made it all feel a lot better. It's going to be lively. I've had her in the retainer for half an hour now. See if she'll let me get her up in this early morning sun. Here she is. Getting into them. Loving it. Whoa. Can't beat a good 30-pound mirror in this early morning sun. It's a heavy old chunk, this one. Got a big old gut on it. Big broad head too. What a stunner. Get woke up out of bed by this on your last morning. Can't do no better than that. Look at that. Unit. She's getting heavy. I'm going to get a quick look at the other side, because the other side's even better looking. It's got a few more scales. Oh, it's nice to get stuck into the proper lumps now. This is what we're after. Good 30s. Shot, look at that in this sun. Very nice. Oh wow, what a beautiful, beautiful fish, and a way to end part 2 at Hasse fen. Well, we've still got a few hours left yet. Let's stick it out to about 12, and then yeah, there might be another bite in it, who knows. I'm going to get a couple of still pics now, and I'll speak to you guys soon. Well, shortly after I spoke to you, I had to wind the rods in, all 3 rods out, Looks like this session's going to be cut short this week. The fish are spawning. Hold on, let me get back up there. They started going at it in the dark and they've just carried on and got a lot worse. So the lake's been shut for a couple of weeks now. Just big chunks out there. Try and zoom in. There you go. Quite early from considering. Especially on here, they don't usually spawn for another 2 or 3 weeks, so I'm told. That's all good. Means they'll be up on weights later in the year. Well, at least I finished off with that 30. That lovely mirror at R5 this morning. It's a nice little send off for me. So I'll have to think about where to get next week. Could nip back to Bluebell for a night and a half. It's tempting. We'll see. Right, I'll leave you with that anyway. I've got most of my gear packed away. It's like 7:10 now. I'm going to have a little sit down now actually. Everything's mainly packed away. And yeah, everything's packed away except for the bed and bivvy. But right, I shall see you next time.